Hello and welcome. We are talking about collagen today. My hope is through this training that you can better understand what collagen is, why it's important, and how you can preserve the collagen you have and maintain the integrity through your diet and lifestyle. It's so helpful that you understand how your body works and what you can do to support yourself by filtering out all the noise of all the things that we see of, oh, I should be supplementing this and adding this. But why are you doing that if you're not focusing on diet composition? There's often so much we can do by focusing more on diet quality than getting caught up in all these things that we need to add and spend a lot of money on that are unnecessary, possibly. So let's dive in. Collagen is derived from the word glue, and it's the main component of various connective tissues in our body. It is present in the fibrous tissues of our tendons, our skin, and it makes about 30% of the whole body protein content. There's really three main types of collagen that's present in the body. It's not just one thing. So the first type is most common, and this is distributed in our bones, ligaments, tendons, and our skin. And this is responsible for that elasticity and the strength that we associate with collagen. Type 2 is primarily in cartilage, and this provides joint support as well. Type 3 is most prevalent in our skin and also in blood vessels and internal organs. So our little tiny blood vessels that do so much work to pump blood throughout our entire body have this elasticity and integrity from collagen, as well as our internal organs. This strengthens the gut wall, making it less permeable, and it really is supporting us to retain the nutrients from our food by keeping this intestinal lining flexible from these elastic qualities. There's so many reasons why collagen is an important part of our body composition to support us from a nutrition standpoint, but also just from a lifestyle pain-free management as well as aesthetic standpoint, right? There's so many things. Collagen is a protein and it's made of 19 amino acids, but 50% of these primarily are concentrated from three amino acids, which are proline, glycine, and hydroxyproline. However, collagen is not a complete protein because it lacks one of the 9 essential amino acids called tryptophan. The essential amino acids are the amino acids our body does not make naturally, so we need to get them through our diet. And if there is a food that isn't a complete protein, it's not that we're not using the amino acids from that food, it's that we need to get other amino acids from other food sources to create these complete proteins in our body. Amino acids serve as the building blocks for production of collagen and other proteins in the body, as well as protecting existing collagen that we have in our body. Collagen peptides are what we think of with supplements, and these are sold typically in pill or powder forms. These are essentially small pieces of animal collagen, and they are absorbed in our GI tract. If it's a vegan form, it's probably made from egg membrane, shell membrane parts. And these usually contain 2 or 3 of the highly concentrated amino acids I mentioned before, proline, glycine, hydroxyproline. Some products contain 2, some contain 3. So it's not getting that complete protein, but all collagen we consume is broken down into amino acids. So all the supplements you take are all going to be broken down into this amino acid pool. When we think about collagen, we often are taking it or supplementing with it to achieve a specific benefit, such as skin elasticity or joint function. But unfortunately, we cannot direct where we want it to be used. So we can't say, okay, I'm taking this collagen pill and I want it to go to my face, skin integrity. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So our bodies are prioritizing nutrients. If we need protein for wound healing, for example, that's the body's number one priority where it's going to allocate amino acids. Once we digest and absorb collagen from the foods that we eat, it's going to become part of the amino acid pool and it gets used where it's needed. The body is going to naturally support collagen in our body through this amino acid pool. The amino acids that are necessary for collagen production come from any protein source. This is like the underlining part of this whole thing. Any protein sources that you eat are going to support collagen production. Bone broth, dairy foods, beans, whole grains, animal proteins. The body doesn't absorb collagen in the whole form. So you eat collagen, it doesn't make collagen. It breaks it down into amino acids, which it then makes into collagen and other proteins. So by eating adequate protein in your diet, poultry, fish, beans, eggs, all these foods are going to provide the essential amino acids, which is the important part, that's going to support this production. In addition to amino acids, your body also needs vitamins and minerals to create the process, the helix structure, to really make these amazing things that your body does come full circle. It's not just one nutrient. There's vitamins and minerals that support this. So vitamin C is very important for this production. And this is going to be in foods like oranges and strawberries, bell peppers, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, potatoes. We also need adequate zinc for this to happen. So this is going to be in red meats and poultry, beans, nuts, certain types of seafood, whole grains, dairy foods, leafy greens, broccoli, as well as sulfur, which is in onions, garlic, broccoli, and a diet that is really going to be rich in fruits and vegetables and protein sources is going to give you what you need essentially. So rather than getting so hyper fixated on singular foods of I need to eat broccoli and I need to eat chicken and I just need to eat these foods. Yes, those are important, but focusing on each meal composition. I have a meaningful protein. I have some source of color from a produce, and I'm overwhelming the majority of the time my meals are balanced. They have all the nutrients I need, healthy fats, proteins, fiber. When you can just keep it simple and focus on the basics, you will likely be getting what you need from a nutritional standpoint to support your body, as well as hydration, getting adequate sleep and rest, managing stress. All of these things are going to also support integrity of collagen production. There's also dietary and lifestyle factors that can damage existing collagen. So if your diet is super high in sugar intake, this can cause loss of flexibility and strength in collagen fibers. I'm not saying that sugar is bad, sugar is fine. What I am saying is that if the majority of your diet is very highly processed and majority of the time you're eating foods that don't have fiber and whole food sources in them, you're going to be it's going to be very hard to get what you need. So for example, if you're eating Pop-Tarts for breakfast, Sour Patch Kids for a snack, donuts for lunch, cookies for a snack, a bag of chips and pasta, and that's like your day. That's not going to be supportive, right? To give you what you need. It's not going to be supportive of maintaining what you have, as well as excess, smoking is going to be damaging to existing collagen, overexposure to sun and pollution. So there are certainly things that we're doing from a diet and lifestyle perspective that can damage what we have. In terms of the breaking down what we have, I think the percentage is 1% per year. Starting in our 20s, we do naturally just start to lose existing collagen that we have. 1% is not significant, but there are things that we can do to support ourselves from this happening at a faster rate. So I really always recommend focusing on getting adequate protein in your diet and then supplementing as we need to. It's so helpful in the beginning just to track what you're eating for a few days and understand from a nutrition quality standpoint, am I getting enough protein? Am I getting enough fiber? Am I getting enough minerals and vitamins versus just focusing on calories and macronutrients, which are vitally valuable? What else is my diet composition made of? And where are the gaps that I can put more effort to enhancing my meals? In general, ideal protein intake is about 1.2 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. To get kilograms, you divide your current weight by 2.2. If you are very overweight, you want to use your ideal or adjusted ideal body weight to get this calculation, because if you're using your current weight, you might be getting an excessive amount of protein that's really unnecessary. Another way to do this is to calculate what your calorie needs are for weight loss, if that's your goal, and using 25 to 30% of those calorie needs for protein intake. It can be very helpful to have someone help you do this because it's very individual, and you can be making this a lot more complicated and harder than it needs to be. So that's what I'm here to support my clients to do if you need guidance with this. If you are basically consuming adequate protein and you're eating a variety of produce and fruits and vegetables, you're likely getting what you need, just to keep it simple. So oftentimes you're making things way more complicated. However, if you are someone that has a lot of food allergies and you travel a lot and you have limited resources to certain foods, supplementation can be a great option. And I like to start with using a whey protein first if you don't have any allergies for that, because that's a complete protein. It's a great way to supplement in, for one meal if you're adding that, like a scoop of protein to get what you closer to what you need. Great. It's a great addition. If you're using a collagen supplement and you find it's helpful for you and you've seen meaningful improvements and it's adding value to your life, great. Keep doing it. I'm just here to explain to you the why and the science behind it, and you're empowered to make your own choices of what feels good for you. If it's not broken, keep doing what you're doing. I think the most helpful thing is to just not get caught up in focusing on what you're being sold and marketed to all the time, and understand why you are buying things and what you're using it for, if it's really meaningful or if you're just doing it because, someone else has really nice skin and hair and that's what they're doing. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know as always if you have questions, and I am here for you.